All right, guys, I'm on 30th, and much like where I was at in Port Orchard on Maple, this is a very, diverse neighborhood, non-conforming. So you're just going to have such a mix around here. I'm going to go with mostly older homes of this age, and it feels like this area is prime for people to start buying the houses and really start fixing them up. Also, the lots are really large. So when, say, a manufactured home, which I think this might be next door, or these really small homes, this one, when they go on the market, it really wouldn't surprise me at some point to see somebody take the house down and build either a larger house, two houses, two smaller houses, just because the lot sizes are so big. The road is super wide. You've got what we call off-street parking on both sides of the road, which is nice if you're going to do any entertaining. There are no sidewalks and curbs, so it's just, if we're walking the neighborhood with the dogs or what have you, just something to bear in mind. You're very close to West Bremerton, and that makes it convenient for shopping and dining and all that. But if we go up to the main road, Perry, and we go, I guess that would be north, you're going to not be that far to Silverdale. There's also a back way to Keyport and then to Bangor, but it's a pretty nice location otherwise. The house is looks to me like we have some original windows. Definitely it has the kind of original charm outside of the orange paint. So me personally, I'd be super tempted to get a really nice light color on this. I might keep this minty green trim. When we get inside, we'll check on what's happening in the garage here. They have these doors lifted. My guess is just to get a breeze through here. But it looks to me like we have some single pane windows, in particular this big picture window, and then this more decorative paned window in the front. But then I'm also seeing a few vinyl windows. So it's very charming. Beautiful old growth trees in the front. I would call this low maintenance landscape. The driveway has a few cracks in it. It's probably because of the old trees, so I don't know that I would do anything or worry about it. It's just pretty common. The power is above ground, so that's a power line coming in. Your meter is there. Because of the age of the home, just what I would anticipate on the gutters are just going to come down and wash this way. These gutters are exterior on the garage. They're what's called integrated, so the gutters are on the back side of the fascia board, whereas there the gutters are attached to the fascia board. So you can see these. And the garage is a torch down roof, so it's like a can't think of the name of it. Not a fiber. It's a torch down. Look that up. I'll think about this. And then the house is a composite roof. They actually both look in really good shape. What I'm seeing tells me that the person that owned this actually took, really decent care of the house. This fascia board is old timber. Looks like there may be a little wood rot there, but that's super easy to fix. Older windows on this garage, so these are single pane. I would never worry about that. I wouldn't be concerned about replacing that or anything. Your neighbor next door has a beautiful backyard and garden, and looks like a little orchard in the back. You can get around this, and then we'll get inside. The yard is just super charming. So these old growth trees everywhere, fire pit, wood storage. It looks like they have some artichokes growing here. Maybe lilacs, rhododendrons, lots of those. This kind of cool poured concrete patio. we'll see when I get inside. I've seen this before. It may be just where they stored wood. We've got some wood chips. I also had a client that had chickens, and their coop was attached a little bit more to the house. So once we get inside, we'll check that out. Beautiful tree here. The leaf makes me think an oak or a birch of some sort. Just super charming. There is a crawl space. There's the crawl space hatch. It'd be interesting to see what's going on down there. The foundation that I'm seeing so far is cinder block. So this foundation here is poured concrete, so that'll be a slab. This was probably an add-on at some point. This foundation is cinder block, and there's a little bit of caulking that needs to be done where the caulk between the blocks. Hello, there's a kitty cat. Visiting kitty cat. Always good to have kitty cat in a yard like this because I bet there's little mousers. So it's fully fenced. It's a chain link fence going around, very common. Just simply lovely and charming. Paint on this dormer section towards the lower roof, that paint needs some love. And this is like a cedar shingle. So, and again, I'm seeing some updated windows. Up here is a gable. I don't know if we have an attic room up there, but they have a screen over it. So they probably had birds trying to get in there at one point. Anyways, I'm in love with this yard. Absolutely charming. Hi. Oh my goodness, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I love this patio. So the exterior has won my heart. I can't wait to see the interior. All right, I'm gonna move around to the front. This roadie, I'd be really tempted to just cut that down completely. They've got it marked. Curious actually what the marking says. They're probably telling us that this is some sentimental. Just because it's up against the house, it's not something that I love, but I bet it's beautiful. And like I said, there's something sentimental. Really cool pathways through. This is going to be like a honeysuckle. It's going to have a pretty purple flower. All kinds of rhodies. Big camellia. Irises. Looks like maybe you're going to have some Shasta daisies, peonies. Yeah, really, really pretty. And it's screened, you know, the neighbors, so it gives you a lot of privacy. I'd be tempted to have a water feature out here, a little fountain. Oh, there's natural gas to the house also. So the gas meter is right there. So that's nice. The crawl space would be interesting to see what the home inspector finds. It's actually a really low crawl space. So I'm really curious if somebody can even get in there. Storm door, and this has a screen and glass. So the winter we pull it down. This summer you can pull this up and then open doors on both sides of the house to get a breeze through. Okay, we enter in onto parquet. So this is real wood, and I would say this is oak. So a lot of things that are related to the age of the home. So this is acoustical tiled ceiling, very, very common for a home this age. What a wonderful living space. And I would be curious, for a home this age, I would be curious if there isn't possible wood floors underneath this carpet. It would be interesting because it's not uncommon for a home this age. Looks like we actually have a furnace, so I'm seeing a vent there. Real wood paneling, and then the paint on these walls makes me think, okay, I think it is a drywall. Sometimes these walls are paneling also. So I'd be curious about energy efficiency. I mentioned that this is an original window. It's super charming, so I would be tempted not to do anything with it, even though it's not going to be your most energy efficient. Same here. Closet under the stairs. I live in a 100-year-old house. Okay, so I am seeing what looks like fur. It really would not surprise me if we didn't have fur underneath this carpet. I'm also seeing a lot of things I recognize because I live in a 100-year-old house. So there's an extension cord here, probably to that lamp, because, you know, this age of home, we wouldn't have a ton of outlets. Many of your outlets are going to be two-pronged, so not grounded. Sometimes when I see a three-prong outlet in a home of this age, I'm wondering if it is actually grounded. And now you can buy self-grounding outlets, so just something to bear in mind. This room that looks like a luxury vinyl tile to me. That's what it looks like, a laminate of some sort. This looks like fur. So this is like a shiplap. Oh, boy, this house is really, really charming. This is all me talking right now, but I'd be so tempted to keep the counters. So much older gas range or cooktop, but it is gas. Looks like this vents out. These cabinets are going to be a little more narrow. Well, they have 10-inch plates in there, but these are all real solid wood, and I think this is fir or alder. You know, nobody's come in and tried to make this house modern. So a lot of this is original, but you know, there's a lot that you might want to do to it. So where the shiplap meets the drywall, there's a pretty decent gap. So me personally, I might want to take a quarter round or some kind of trim. I might even try to find some fir or alder and put a big piece of trim along there. Just having lived in I live right now in a very old house. I understand, you know, we're just trying to make things work over time. So this would be what I thought was an addition when I looked from the outside. Has an original door here, and that is single pane glass. A water heater. Nope. Yeah, maybe a water heater in here or something. Definitely you'd want a home inspection. Wood stove. Feels nice and cozy in here. This goes into what sounds like the laundry room. Okay. There's just so many really cool things. I feel like I'm on a slab now. So this is, I mentioned outside slab on grade. So this goes into that garage. Might have been open for the kitty cat. Really nice sized garage. This is blocked, but there's probably a little storage back there. One garage door opener here. It may have just been a spot to keep wood. It may have been for a pet to come in out of the yard. It's hard to say. Built-in workbench. Lots of built-ins here. Rafter storage. I'm partial to older homes. I love the charm of older homes, so don't mind me if I'm getting giddy. That's what happens with me. I love older homes. This is really cool. Looks like an old schoolhouse sink. I don't know if they intend to keep this here, but that is a very old washing machine, very old dryer. I don't recall if they convey with the house or not. It's locked. So unlike the last house, there feels like there's a lot of stuff you'd want to do here. The carpet is clean, but it's older, definitely traffic pattern and such. Again, probably there's some hardwoods underneath this. Really would not surprise me. This is all original and it's super cool. So, you know, drop-in sink in the pink. This certainly wouldn't have been original, but the pink toilet and the pink tub would be. That's a solid cast iron tub for mica. There's no unusual smells if I haven't mentioned that, so the house smells good. Linen storage, again, all of this is very original to the age of this home. Built-ins, built-in dresser. So that closet does go all the way through. It goes fairly deep back that direction also. Some built-ins there. Acoustical tile, you know, the ceiling height is high enough. You could certainly have somebody come in and drywall, a very thin drywall over the top of this, mud and tape it. The hallways are lower, and that's likely because you've got your ventilation going through. And of course, you know, power and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know that there's much you could do. So this room, the ceilings are taller than the living room area. Okay. Hallway bathroom, painted bright yellow. Here's your water heater and your furnace. Last time it was serviced was 2016. And I would say both of these are older, so that's something to keep in mind to budget for. The sink, toilet, and probably, oh, this is just a half bath. Okay. So I feel a little bit of a slope here, and the home inspector is going to get under the house if they can and tell us what's happening there. So, okay. This is just for mica, so I don't see hardwoods under the carpet. Big closet. Very likely the stairs are real wood based on this curved corner. This is, I'm sure, original. Got like a little bit of an Art Deco feel to it. You know, was the attic converted at one time? It's hard to say. Just because the paneling matches, I think the attic's always been a room or rooms. Spacious. Skylight here. The windows and skylights look in good shape. So far, so great. Little closet. Built-in. Built-ins in the hallway. Here's the Formica. Might be the same stuff that's on the floor downstairs. So that would all be original. Something to bear in mind. So this type of Formica sometimes had asbestos in it. So if you don't hate it, I wouldn't do anything with it. If you do hate it, I might just carpet or floor over the top of it. This room does not have a closet. So in today's standards, we wouldn't count this as a bedroom, but when this was built standards, it definitely would count as a bedroom because closets weren't really a thing when this house was built. So very cool space, a lot of projects.